The full, complete, comprehensive detailed analysis chapter by chapter, with key points for each, followed by a step-by-step full comprehensive detailed document analysis and description was produced by Fragile Hinges Archive Press trademark. Copyright 2025. All rights reserved. This work, including all text and original content, is protected under copyright law. No part of this material may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means. Copyright. The document titled, A Meditation on the Simon Necronomicon, by Andrew Pernick is a critical analysis of the so-called Simon Necronomicon, a 20th-century occult grimoire that claims to draw from ancient magical traditions but is widely viewed as a modern fabrication with potential spiritual hazards. The text is structured as a detailed meditation and warning against the use of the Simon Necronomicon's rituals, particularly focusing on its gate rituals and metaphysical traps. Chapter-by-chapter summary with key points. Introduction. The Simon Necronomicon was created by a group called the Magical Child Inner Sanctum in the late 1970s, early 1980s amid hallucinogenic parties and occult experimentation. Designed partly as a hoax and mix of occult knowledge with deliberate traps. Despite being intended for destruction, the book was published and became a popular but controversial occult text. The text reflects a blend of ancient mythologies and modern occultism, especially influenced by Aleister Crowley and the Golden Dawn Part 1, Origins and Context. Details Simon's group's background and motivations. Connects the book's content to Crowley's ceremonial magic and other ancient systems. Explains the significance of the 7 gates mentioned in the rituals, supposedly originating from ancient Chaldean and Greek sources. Part 2. The Ritual of Walking and Preparations. Describes the intensive purification rituals necessary before performing any gate ritual. Purification includes abstinence from sex with caveats, fasting, and daily prayers to gods and goddesses Isis and Osiris or Ishtar and Enki. Warns practitioners of dangers associated with improper ritual preparation. Part 3. The Gate Rituals. The ritual involves invoking watchers and marking seals of the gate on the ground. Emphasizes walking the ritual circle diocil clockwise and uttering incantations the appropriate number of times. Warns of multiple traps, particularly invoking trickster deities like Enki and Azathoth, and invoking God's name improperly leading to spiritual vulnerability. The rituals are described as metaphysical traps set to ensnare unprepared practitioners, possibly leading to madness or possession. Part 4. Invocations and Language. Critiques the bizarre and contradictory language used in the invocations. Notes that some so-called exorcisms might actually invite possession. Highlights the problematic mixing of disparate pantheons and theological concepts without coherence. Suggests the rituals may be more harmful than helpful. Part 5. Final Warnings and Advice. Strong recommendation that even experienced magicians avoid performing these rituals. Emphasizes serious dangers of using the text, including mental, spiritual, and physical risks. Advises not to read or speak aloud unknown languages in ritual. Concludes the text is an anthropological curiosity, not a practical or safe grimoire. Step-by-step full comprehensive detailed document analysis and description 1. Historical and social context. Written against the backdrop of the 1970s occult revival and New Age movements in the U.S. Reflects a complex mixture of genuine esoteric ideas and modern invention. Illustrates the dangers of blending myth, ritual, and commerce without scholarly or spiritual rigor. 2. Textual origins and authorship. Simon Necronomicon attributed to Simon, member of Magical Child, alongside a secretive group. Produced during drug-fueled parties, with initial intention to create a closed, hidden manuscript destroyed post-party. Resulted in a widely publicized but controversial magical text. 3. Theological and mythological syncretism. Incorporates elements from Sumerian, Chaldean, Egyptian, Hebrew, and Greek traditions. Mishmash of pantheons with little coherence, invokes Enki, Sumerian god, Hebrew god Yhvh, and Azathoth, Lovecraftian entity. Contradicts traditional monotheist systems with polytheistic or pantheistic rituals. 4. Ritual structure and magical practice. Rituals center on the 7 gates, representing spiritual doorways. Requires meticulous purification, fasting, sexual abstention, daily prayer. Detailed ritual mechanics include lighting lamps, drawing seals, invoking watchers, and careful timing. 5. Spiritual and occult dangers. Rituals described as metaphysical, traps, risking psychological damage, possession, and madness. Particular risk in invoking certain deities or affirming true names aloud. Inability to properly master ceremonial magic, form, greatly increases danger. 6. Language and symbolism. Criticized for incoherent, inconsistent, and misleading magical language. Certain rituals literally invite demonic possession rather than exorcism. Mixing pantheons without proper ritual logic undermines efficacy and safety. 7. Anthropological and occult critique. Viewed as a modern occult artifact blending experimental counterculture with ancient motifs. Reveals pitfalls of unregulated magical invention and commercialization. Serves as a cautionary tale about authenticity, responsibility, and spiritual safety. 8. Recommendations and ethical considerations. Warns against ritual performance, especially by inexperienced or casual practitioners. Stresses importance of ritual knowledge, respect for tradition, and cautious discernment. Encourages understanding of underlying hermeneutics rather than literal performance. Overall summary. Andrew Pernick's A Meditation on the Simon Necronomicon offers an incisive and detailed critique of the Simon Necronomicon as a controversial, largely fabricated occult text. The document dissects the book's origins, ritual structures, theological inconsistencies, and dangerous practices. It sheds light on the sociocultural context of the 1970s occult underground and serves as both a historical record and a stern warning against the reckless use of such magical systems. The comprehensive chapter-by-chapter analysis shows how the so-called gates, rituals, and invocations in the Simon Necronomicon are filled with traps that endanger practitioners physically, mentally, and spiritually. The text situates itself firmly within the discourse of modern occult scholarship, advocating caution, responsibility, and deep ritual training. This meditation stands as a valuable resource for occult scholars, magicians, and critical readers interested in understanding the Simon Necronomicon's place in occult history and practice. Brought to you and produced by Fragile Hinges Archive Press. Trademark Copyright 2025. All rights reserved. This work, including all text and original content, is protected under copyright law. No part of this material may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means. Copyright